What if you could make a bar of soap that is firm enough to hold its shape, but still delivers that rich, creamy lather your skin absolutely loves? Some of the most luxurious soap recipes out there actually use two different lye types together to achieve exactly that. I am Kathy the Clumsy Soaper, and today we are going to explore dual lye soap making, combining sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide in a single recipe. You will learn why soapers choose this approach and how it changes the final bar. Let us dive in together. So here is something you may have noticed browsing soap recipes online. Some formulas list both sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide together, not just one or the other. That is called a dual lye system, and it is a genuinely useful technique once you understand why it works. Sodium hydroxide drives hardness, while potassium hydroxide contributes creaminess and a more luxurious lather. Blending the two lets you dial in a bar that sits right between a firm soap and a soft, lotion-like feel. Think of it like blending two different grades of concrete to hit an exact strength target. For handmade soap makers, this opens up a lot of formulating flexibility, especially when your customers want a bar that lathers richly but still holds its shape on the shelf. Let me quickly set the stage before we get into the technical details of dual lye formulation. Sodium hydroxide, your NaOH, produces those firm, hard bars you are used to making in cold process. Potassium hydroxide, your KOH, is what liquid soap makers rely on. It keeps the soap in a pourable liquid state. When you combine both in a single formula, you land somewhere in the middle, a soft but solid, creamy texture. That is exactly why shaving soaps and luxury skin gliding bars use this technique. A good place to start with dual lye soap making is the 70-30 split, 70% sodium hydroxide and 30% potassium hydroxide. Think of it like blending two types of flour in baking. Each one brings something different to the final texture. The sodium hydroxide gives you that firm, solid bar, while the potassium hydroxide contributes a creamy, luxurious lather. Most dual lye recipes in the soap making community begin right here at 70-30 because it is reliable, beginner-friendly, and genuinely produces beautiful results. Here is something that will save you a lot of headache. Not every soap calculator handles dual lye, and if you plug your numbers into a standard calculator, you will get incomplete or flat-out wrong results. Two calculators that do support dual lye properly are soapcalc.net and mysoapcalc.com. And please, do not try to run two separate calculations and combine them manually. The math interactions between sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide together are complex enough that a dedicated dual lye calculator is non-negotiable. Here is a practical tip worth remembering when you work with dual lye recipes. You have two options for how you handle the lye mixing stage. You can dissolve each lye separately into its own portion of water, then combine the two solutions carefully once they have cooled. Or you can add both lyes together into a single water portion all at once. Both approaches work, and the same safety rules apply either way. Protective eyewear, gloves, ventilation, always add lye to water, never the reverse. The bonus detail to keep in mind is that mixing both lyes together in one go generates more heat at once compared to dissolving them separately. Sodium hydroxide alone produces significant heat when it hits water. Potassium hydroxide does the same. Combine both into one container simultaneously, and that thermal spike is noticeably higher. Think of it like two campfires merging into one. The heat output compounds quickly. For beginners, dissolving them separately first gives you more control and a gentler heat curve. For experienced soapers working with confidence and proper equipment, the single container method is perfectly fine. Either way, work slowly, stay alert, and never rush your lye preparation. That patience right at the start protects the rest of your entire batch. Now, here is a practical application worth knowing about. Dual lye soaps, specifically potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide blends, are absolutely ideal for shaving soaps. When you adjust your lye ratio to favor potassium hydroxide, you get that signature creamy, slick lather that loads beautifully onto a shave brush and glides across skin without drag. This is your traditional barbershop bar formula. And from a business standpoint, shaving soap commands a premium price, making it one of the highest margin niches in handmade soap. Here is something that catches a lot of soapers off guard when they first make dual lye soap. Because potassium hydroxide leaves the bar with a naturally slick, slip-rich feel, you do not need to compensate with a high superfat. Keep your superfat between 3 and 5%. Go higher, and the bar starts feeling greasy rather than luxurious. The KOH is already doing that moisturizing work for you, so trust the chemistry and do not over-add free fats. Now, here is something that catches a lot of new dual lye soapers off guard. The bars can feel noticeably softer than your typical cold process soap when you first unmold them. Do not panic. This is completely normal behavior for dual lye formulations. Think of it like freshly baked bread. It feels soft and almost fragile right out of the oven, but give it time to cool and set, and it firms up beautifully. Same principle here. Your cure window is the standard 4 to 6 weeks, identical to cold process. During that time, excess water continues evaporating. The crystalline structure of the soap tightens, and those bars gradually develop a hard, long-lasting feel. Rushing this process by using the soap too early is one of the most common mistakes people make. You invested the extra effort in a dual lye formula, so protect that investment with proper patience. The finished bar is absolutely worth the wait. Before you commit to a full production run of dual lye soap, do yourself a favor and start small. Mix up just a 1-pound test batch first. The reason this matters is that dual lye soap has a noticeably different skin feel compared to standard cold process soap. Some people absolutely love that slightly silkier, more conditioning lather, and others find it takes some getting used to. It is genuinely an acquired taste for certain users, so know your audience before scaling up. And that wraps up our look at dual lye soap making. Remember 3 core ideas. The 70 to 30 sodium hydroxide to potassium hydroxide split gives you a reliable and consistent bar. Dual lye soap is genuinely prized for shaving bars and premium niche markets. And always use a dedicated dual lye calculator because the math works differently here. Whether you are crafting small batches or scaling up, these principles will serve you well in real practice. You have got this. Once again, this is Kathy the Clumsy Soaper. Be blessed and be a blessing to others.